Welcome to Amplifyre's interview series. My name is Kristian, and joining me today is the product manager at PTG Group, Hector Rodriguez Vegue. Hector, welcome to the series. How are you today?
Hi, Kristian. Nice to meet you. I'm really fine, thank you. I'm quite busy, but very happy.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out for us today. So let's just jump right into it. You know, today we're talking about creating successful apps. So maybe to start us off, Hector, perhaps you can tell our audience briefly what it takes to make a great app.
Sure. For me, there are three key aspects for creating a great app. First, it will be the company who develops it, the client and the business case, and the technical part. In order to explain it with an example, let me talk you about our first project that our company developed. It was in 2015, and we were awarded with the best app in the Apple Store. It was a collaborative economy app for tourism, which gives people the opportunity to share transport, hosting, and also local activities. So I will start with the first point, the importance of the company who develops it. The most important thing, of course, is a job well done, but it's not enough doing a correct job. It's also needed to do it in the most efficient way. People want fast apps and not facing problems such as loading delays, and people want also a comfortable user experience. In our case, we worked very hard on this from the beginning, and after 7 years creating apps, now we made it totally. Also, the specialization is crucial because sometimes we receive requests related to technologies or areas which we are not familiar with, but we only accept projects in which we can guarantee a higher standard. In that first project, we developed it with tools that we were familiar with. Nowadays, we have a wider expertise, but we keep the focus on the most important related technologies. Lastly, I would like to point out the contact with the client and the human relationships that are vital. Many times within a project, as you probably know, there appear bumps on the road. But if you keep a permanent, trustful, and honest relation with customers and give them the open explanation, solutions, and estimations, this one will get solved in a better way. That's how we used to work, and why we always get good reviews and experience from our customers.
No, that's great, and I think that's the most important part about technology now, and when you're creating something, is that human element between it. And I can tell you from personal experience that if that extra step of having that relationship, really goes a long way. I want to dive a little bit deeper into a few things that you said. As we know, the pandemic has launched many apps for a multitude of new needs. What do companies need to look at, pre-planning before creating new apps?
Yes, first of all, what you need is to work on something that is a real need for the people. If it can be more than one perfect, but this is difficult. Sometimes you experiment that something is not working properly, or it could be done in a better way, and that is where the opportunity appears. In our case, the idea of these projects came because the founders used to practice collaborative economy for traveling, and they realized that there were not enough info about it, and the info was spread about different or small and particular sites. So they decided to wrap it up and join all together in one place where people can have it all in once. Then I think it's also important to be passionate about what you are doing. When you really like what you are working on, it's especially rewarding to develop a project. But with that, I don't mean only for the founders, but also for the teammates. You should work with people who are really happy about the problem or necessity they are solving, because they will be working more motivated and it will turn into a more successful project. In our case, it was a self-project to cover a personal need, so passion was out of doubt, of course. Another good idea, I think, is the win-win situation where everybody's happy. In this case, the partner started getting more traffic, and the people started finding better opportunities to customize their travel and save money. So as everyone is happy, more customers and partners were looking forward to join the app. And lastly, as I said before, establish good relationship and having trustful partners will boost the project success. And always pay attention to your customer feedback, because it will give you clues about what you can improve or include to make it more successful.
No, I couldn't agree with you more, especially, both being in a happy workplace and believing in the project. And then secondly, the customer reviews, because those are the people that are using it on the front line. So of course they're going to have real life cases when there's any kind of issues with the apps. So happy workplace, customer reviews, like I said, I couldn't agree more. Let's jump over to the technical side. What, in your opinion, are the must-needs in apps that are being built for today's consumers?
Yes, the main point here, I consider that is creating responsive designs, because as you know, nowadays mobile use is surpassing the desktop and laptops, and some people use even tablets as well. So it's key to be able to work on every possible device at that time, so everyone can have access to it. When we developed this project, mobile was not so popular than it is today, of course, because it's escalating like crazy. But even though we created a mobile app, because the main target was young people who were more familiar with the smartphone than the other one. Another key aspect regarding with the technical is to make it scalable, because you never know how far your project could go. In this project, we created initially only for Spain, but after the big success and customer feedback, the company decided to include the most important cities of Europe as well. Then nowadays it's crucial the social media. People used to a lot of time in social media, so having present will boost the company as well. Currently, every company has a lot of channels to keep people updated and informed, but at that time it was not that common to use blog or networks like Facebook or Twitter to promote your project, of course. And lastly, it's also important to create, as we talked before, to create a community, because keeping your audience informed and updated will lead to create a community, which will help to keep people engaged. So it's also important to offer a way to collect customer feedback, like using forms, surveys, or creating quizzes or raffles, depending on the product or service you are offering.
No, it's brilliant. And all the different points, I think, especially now we're going into 2023, we're a digital, lifestyle now. So all the points that you bring up are super, super valid. So lastly, Hector, I don't want to take up much more of your time. If people are interested in learning more about what you guys do at the PTG Group, where should they go?
Sure. They can find us on ptg.digital, as you can see over here, and also in the LinkedIn PTG Group, or just they can reach me on LinkedIn as well, Hector Rodriguez Vegue. And I will be more than welcome to meet people and talk about our company or the problems or business cases they would like to solve.
Brilliant. So go check out PTG Group. We'll have the links in the description. So make sure you go follow those guys. Check out what they're doing. Awesome stuff. Hector, I want to say it's been a pleasure for you to join us today. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have the happy holidays.
It was a pleasure for me as well, Kristian. I hope you have also nice holidays, nice Christmas, and keep up doing the good work.